Okay, so today is May 30th, in Pacific time, and welcome everybody to the SCD community meeting. So we have three items on the agenda today. The first one is Kishan about Tier 2 support for PPC 64 architecture.
All right. Hi, team. I hope I'm heard loud and clear. So the discussion is how we could probably proceed with adding support for PPC arc, tier to support for PPC architecture. I did go through a couple of PRs and the documentation which is available on net, and looks like I think previously we just started with ARM as self-hosted runners, but at one point I think we all moved to managed clusters provided by Actuated. But I think given that there is support for ARM and for PPC, the situation is we just have self-hosted runners at this point. And I just wanted to take the community's feedback or inputs on how one could proceed to add self-hosted runners for PPC to run tier 2 related tests and probably enable tier 2 support for the same architecture.
Do you want to start a survey and let people fill in with what you want to know?
Yeah, I just want to know if it would be still if it would still be fine to have self-hosted runners given the complexity and the added weights that come in when you have to like maintain them and ensure that they are running at all times and do clean up at given certain intervals. Yeah, since they are not managed, just wanted to know if it would still be fine to have them at this point of time.
A couple of thoughts, Kishan. One of the reasons why the ARM64 self-hosted runners were able to be used and able to be relied on is they were community infrastructure. So they were effectively donated and provided by the Cloud Native Computing Foundation through the partnership with Equinix Middle. So if we were looking to progress PowerPC, we would need reliable community infrastructure that was effectively donated to the project, ideally through the CNCF. So it would be good to have not just an etcd perspective on this, but to understand what the overall direction is for PowerPC support. Are there any other projects that you are aware of that are attempting to bring in support for PowerPC, and if so, what are their approaches for handling infrastructure?
At this point, for confidential computing for Kata, I think we are using self-hosted runners. So I think that's one thing that I could recollect at the top of my mind, and I think that's one. And we do have periodics for Kubernetes running on our cloud offering. So I think those tests are running as well. So at this point, we have two options. One is to run these tests on cloud or to have a self-hosted runner. But certainly at this point, we do not have support to have something that is like self-managed, like how it's being done for ARM at this point of time. So what would be your inputs on that, James? Would that still be fine to have self-hosted runners, I mean, donated to the CNCF and then probably have the same being used for HCD at this point of time?
It's actually not an issue of self-hosted versus managed runners. Obviously, there is a preference for managed runners if that offering is available, which is why we've gone to managed runners for ARM64, because there's less burden on the project. But if there's if there are self-hosted runners available and it's reliable, community infrastructure, ideally provided through the CNCF, there's no reason why we can't use that. We just need someone that is willing to maintain that infrastructure and keep that going. For tier 2 support, that's it's less critical. It's it's something that can be kind of a little bit best efforts. So I'm not opposed to self-hosted runners. It's just who's providing those runners, who's paying for them, what's the kind of long-term guarantee that we have as a project that those are going to be available? You know, if we're going to invest the effort to maintain them and keep them running, we just need to know a little bit more about that.
All right, I think that that gives me a brief idea. Maybe I can like find out, because our team basically works on supporting cloud native projects on PowerPC. So I can probably find out if there are any nodes or VMs that could be like shared at this point of time for the sake of this project, and ensure that they are like available at all times. So I'll probably get back to you on that, James, and probably thanks team for giving me an idea as to how to get this, how to get started with this. So yeah, I think that solves my query for now. Thank you.
Thanks,
My-
Kishan. Yeah, you're welcome to message me on Slack. Yeah, sorry, Eric.
Yeah,
Right.
my main concern would be with current direction of moving to Pro. I don't want to block the migration to Pro on and supporting another architecture. So if I would have a suggestion, is to first start from how, if we are migrating, start of thinking how we integrate the PowerPC, not with the old architecture, but with the new architecture. So Kubernetes Pro for us would be the target.
Yes, I think for Kubernetes Pro is what we typically use for the other projects. So I think it should not be much of a hassle to probably catch up and enable the same for etcd if we are taking the same direction here as well.
Yeah, so if it's supported by Kubernetes Pro, we would not even care. You can just configure your own runners, and like as long
Alright.
as
Mhm.
like it's a cost for maintenance. So I don't remember the difference between tier 2 versus tier 1, but as long as it's optional thing, and if it breaks, no, like we will not block anything. Then, and I mean, any convince, I know CNCF to pay for and provide the architecture, we are happy to like accept contribution. It's like as long as configure, like I hope that configuration doesn't go bonkers, because Pro is not great with templating. But it should be maintained. But it should be maintainable.
Yeah, sure. I can look into that aspect and probably get back. Thanks a lot, Marek.
Yeah, I guess after you figure out the availability of your machine, we can come back and see. Maybe Josh at that time could help to provide the support from CNCF.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
The next item is James on SCD 3.4 release planning.
Hey team, yeah, quick one. So we cut 3.5.14 yesterday. We also need to do a patch release for 3.4. We just need to decide who will be release lead. I was the lead for 3.5.14 with help from Eric. Ideally, it would be good to have someone else to do 3.4, 3.3, so we kind of share the responsibilities. Is Sadev on the line? I don't think he.
Sadev is not active. You know, I'm expecting Sadev or Wenjia can share the release. Wenjia, are you
Yeah.
interested in release this?
Yeah, if Sadev is not doing it, I want to do it, and then like whoever is doing it, I want to shadow anyway.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah, if there are anyone.
If you want to get any guidance, please feel free raise a meeting. I believe James or me can guide you to release. Guide you
that'd
on
be
these
great.
steps.
Can I be a shadow?
Sure, yeah, I'll have a meeting. Yeah, if anyone want to shadow the process, please Slack me, and then I will include anyone who is interested. We'll probably do it next week. Does that sounds good?
Yeah,
Next
sounds
week.
good. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Cool. The next one is about KubeCon. So KubeCon NA is in November this year. So the CFP is closing in June 9th. So only less than 2 weeks left. And so far we have Aka and Henry planning something for CFP, and then Bogdan and James are submitting a 90-minute tutorial on SCD observability.
And I want to stress again, I'm available to help people work on their talk proposals. Particularly because I don't think I'm on the program committee this time around, which will make that easier. So I can help you with the wording and stuff on your proposals.
Thank you, yeah.
Thanks, Josh. Yep,
Just ping me in Slack.
we'll be doing. Yep.
Yeah, Josh has been helping us on CFP reviewing, rewording. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Also, if you plan to attend, you can add your name here, and also we may have a kiosk.
I think we have a fair bit of time still on maintainer track submission and kiosk request. I just wanted to double check those. So Josh, you probably more.
I haven't.
familiar.
Yeah, I don't actually receive this for etcd. I receive it for a different project, but I haven't seen the solicitation yet. So
Yeah, so I think we have time.
Yeah.
No email them yet.
And-
you should also receive it, like
yeah,
James.
and historically, they ask us to submit, like they send out the form for us to submit somewhere around the close of the main track CFP. So
Cool,
I'm not
okay.
surprised that we haven't gotten it yet either. So not that we can't start working on the maintainer track submission now, right? Because we know it's coming. So if anybody has a fun idea for what we should do for our maintainer track talk, you know, let's go ahead and get that rolling.
Okay, team, that was just a quick one to check in on what we're planning. Josh, yeah, expect a ping from Bogdan and I about a review next week. And if
Yeah,
anyone else is planning,
I'm going to say the other thing that'll be coming out soon is the solicitation for Kubernetes Contributor Summit sessions. And I do think we should propose one on the etcd operator, if nothing else.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
it's a good idea.
I'm thinking to submit the topic on the etcd operator in the next KubeCon, not the next one. This one.
It's hard to submit a talk without having material yet, yeah, on the future.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we can submit one on, hey, we're starting work on an etcd operator, and let's discuss what features it needs to have.
Yeah. The problem is I don't have budget. I need to discuss with my boss to get the budget.
Benjamin,
I will talk to my boss to try to get the budget. If I can get the budget, probably I can submit the topic.
You can get a CNCF scholarship.
No, already. Because in the KubeCon Paris, I already got a scholarship from the CNCF. So
So you
I
can
don't
only
have any second
apply-
chance. I don't have a second chance to get
Oh.
the CNCF sponsorship.
oh, you can only apply for once?
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know.
recall it's
Oh.
only once, every 2 years or 1 year, only once.
Oh. Okay,
So anyway, I will talk to my boss to try to get the budget. If I can get the budget, I will try to submit the topic.
Well, we'll keep on top of that, and that hasn't even opened yet anyway. That won't open until like June 9th. So
Okay.
just end of next week.
Yeah, sure, got it.
All right. Anything else? Any other topic? I think that's all of our agenda. Going once, going twice. All right, looks like it's a short meeting today. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
See ya.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.